Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and I have an unboxing to do. I'm really excited about this one. So, a couple weeks ago now, one of my good buddies got the UrbanEDCsupply Voxnaes collaboration F5.5, and he wouldn't shut up about it for good reason. I'm in a couple of group chats on Instagram, and one of my favorite ones, this friend of mine is in. I talked about him before on the channel. His name is MB Wild, and he just kept raving about this knife. And I used to follow UrbanEDCsupply a ways back, and this was probably like 2 years ago or so. I just noticed that they kept posting like a lot of like EDC kind of trinkets, like coins and stuff, and like pry bars and bottle openers and stuff. And I, especially at the time, was really not into any of that. Lately I have been carrying a coin to kind of fidget with here and there. So even today I've got my Millie Club coin on me. But I ended up, not because I disliked them, but just because I didn't find myself super interested in what they were promoting a lot of the time, I unfollowed them eventually. So I completely was unaware of the F5.5 that was coming out. Didn't even know the pre-order was happening. Didn't even know that I should have been interested in it. And then all of a sudden, my buddy gets one, and some other friends that I have that had pre-ordered them were getting these knives, and they looked so freaking cool. I've always thought that the custom Voxnaes F5 was just a gorgeous, really cool knife, and so the idea of having a production variant of that knife made by Riat sounded really cool. Anyways, I missed the pre-order, like I said, but luckily UrbanEDCsupply had some that they dropped, and it happened while I was up on my Oregon trip, and because I wanted to be positive that I didn't miss the drop, I actually ordered another thing that I'm going to unbox, just a trinket from UrbanEDCsupply. That morning before the knife dropped, I placed that order to make sure I got an order through, all my info was saved, and that I was quick, because I knew I wanted the natural micarta F5.5, and I knew a bunch of other people probably did as well, and I didn't want to miss it, so I wanted to be sure I was quick in case it sold out super fast. I got one. It was actually really extra lucky because I was in the car on the way out to the coast that day, and we were like in the middle of nowhere. I'm sitting in the back row of my buddy's van. We've got 4 kids and 4 adults. Is that right? 4 kids? Yeah, I guess, yeah, their van seats 8. Anyways, we're all just loaded in this van. I'm in the back of it, cramped, and there's like no signal, and I happen to just like barely get through. Anyways, it worked out. I got the exact one that I wanted, and I'm really stoked about it. So I'm going to unbox them both, and we're going to check them out, and then I'll be reviewing the knife, of course. The trinket, I don't think I'm going to review. Let's do the knife first, because I'm sure everybody wants to see that. I'm using the Giant Mouse Ace Riv, also related to Jesper Voxnaes. Bust in here. So I've always been a fan of Voxnaes designs. Most of the Voxnaes design knives that I've had, I guess at this point, have been from Giant Mouse, which of course is also half Anso. It's not just Voxnaes, but the only just Voxnaes design knife that I think I've had has been maybe the Pilar. Right now I have the Katla as a loaner. But yeah, so I've had a couple, and I love ergos on his knives. I love the way they look. I love the form factor. They seem to be really good knives. And this knife is the one that I've heard, bar none, the most positivity about. I've seen several people who got these right before New Year's who were like, hold up, wait, this is my new favorite knife for the entire year. Now, is it possible that some of that could be that it was their newest knife right before the year ended? Sure, but I'm technically opening this in 2021, so it can't be my knife of 2020, although it came out in 2020. So this one, you'll see on this little label, it says I got the brown micarta, or the natural micarta. This variant is M390. They did some in LMAX as well. I think all of those were pre-ordered. I don't think they did an extra drop behind those. Anyways, UrbanEDC F5.5. So The custom of this knife, which this is based upon, is the F5. 5.5 is, of course, not the custom, but that's fine with me. I like the pouch that they're doing these in. It's got the Vox logo on it. It is the bomb. Alright, let's see what we got here. This is really cool. Alright, nice pouch that this comes in. Knife looks gorgeous. There's a little silica gel pack in here, and then a little card. Let's see what the card says. I think, oh no, this is different. So this is just a congratulations on your purchase of the EDC F5.5. Just a little knife information on there. Alright, let's look at the knife itself. I am right off the bat really glad I went with natural micarta. This looks really good to me. Oh, it's sealed in here. That's kind of cool. Alright. Here we go. Moment of truth. Let's see if everybody's telling the truth or if they're lying. Alright. It is centered. It looks sweet. I love the lines on it. I've been drooling over pictures of these for weeks now, and it was actually really hard. I got home on Saturday night, and it was after the post office had closed. I had this sent to my P.O. box because I didn't want it just chilling on my porch while I was out of town. And so it's been there for a couple of days, and then I had to wait. Yesterday was Sunday. I had to wait the entire day. And then this morning, Monday, I was able to pick it up. But it was a busy morning, and so I'm just now getting to open it, and it's kind of late afternoon. So I am stoked that I finally have this in hand. It just looks phenomenal. So it's nested liners on both sides. It is a liner lock. Like I said, it's made by Riat. It is hole only for deployment. That's my favorite. I freaking love Spidey flicking knives. So let's see. M390 stamped back there on the kind of tang. Let's give it the first middle finger flick. See if I can get it to focus for you. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that feels good. So right off the bat, I think I was expecting it to be a little bit kind of chunkier in hand because it just looks kind of thick. It's also Lefty EDC, my buddy Kevin, is borrowing my Spyderco Bombshell, the Danger Pickle, right now. And this is like almost identical in size to that knife. And that knife is definitely thicker than this. So he keeps showing it side by side with them. And I think in my head I was kind of expecting it to be that thick. But I'm glad it's not. This is going to pocket even better for being a little bit thinner. Ooh, that is a good grind. So it's a nice tall, flat grind. And it feels really nice. It gets pretty thin down there at the edge. This is just sweet. Gorgeous belt satin in typical Vox style. The jimping is all the way up here. Come on. And I love that because I like to use a saber grip, and that's where my thumb lands. It makes more sense to me than having the jimping back here to have it up here. I like that. Oh, this is gorgeous. Nice little loop over style deep carry clip. Lock access is not a problem at all, and this action is really good. Yeah, it didn't even need that much coaxing, did it? This is sweet. So I dig this. This is great. I will be doing a first impressions video and ultimately a full review, so I'm not going to dig all that much deeper here at the moment, but oh, that's cool. You've got the Vox logo kind of etched there internally as well. Man, this is sweet. All right, now let's check out the little trinket that I got. This is just something that kind of caught my eye. I was not in the market for it or anything. Oh, that's funny. I cut my packing slip. All right, so they have a bunch of stuff on UrbanEDCsupply that's like really cool, but it's not useful gear. It's just like trinkets, really. And there's a place for that, sure. Like this is just going to be something that sits on my desk and is kind of fun to play with, I think. But I've never really been all that interested in this type of gear, if I'm being honest, because I don't have a use for it. I'm not big on things that I'm not going to carry and use. But this was, I think, like 20, 25 bucks or something, and it looked pretty cool. And like I said, the main point of the transaction was to make sure I could get a transaction through quick and easily and have all my info saved. So this is called the Infinity Cube. Looks like it's made by Mechforce. which, interesting, I think Mechforce is doing flashlights now too. If this is the same company that I'm thinking of. Anyways, I didn't really look too much into it. I just saw that it looked cool and thought, yeah, I'll try that out. Apparently it comes with a key ring. I don't plan on using that, but kind of cool. And then in here, it's all wrapped up in a baggie, we have this Infinity Cube, if you will. So it's literally like this machined aluminum cube within a cube within a cube, which is just cool to look at. So check this out. It's literally a tiny cube inside of a medium cube inside of a bigger cube. The whole thing is pretty small. You can see the scale of it isn't gigantic. But it's just kind of cool, the fact that they were able to machine, I assume, out of one block of aluminum, they were able to CNC these cubes. That's how they're one within the other. It's pretty rad. I had a friend growing up whose dad worked in a machine shop, and he had one of these, as a bigger one of this, but this same type of thing in his room, and I always just thought it was really cool that they were able to do that. So it's nice, lightweight, fun, silly little thing. Am I ever going to carry this around with me? I don't think so. There's no reason to, but it's pretty cool. So just something to play around with while I'm sitting at my desk. This I will carry, and I will use, and I will enjoy. I have been so looking forward to this knife. I am really thrilled that it's finally here. But here are the spoils of my unboxing, if you will. And yeah, these are sweet. You know what? While I'm in the unboxing mode, I have another thing that got to me while I was on the trip that I need to open, and I haven't yet. This is a coin. Now, like I said, I've just recently started even giving a chance to carrying coins. It's never been my thing, but I've been carrying the Millie PM2 Para 3 Club one, and I've been carrying the Giant Mouse one that they sent me a little bit, and just fidgeting with them in the car and stuff. And so just this last week or two, my buddy, I'll link to him down below, but it's Captain Rikki on Instagram. Really cool dude. He's in that same group chat that my buddy MB Wild is in, and there's a few guys in there that we talk a lot, and we've become pretty close. And this is a coin that he designed and collaborated with somebody on. So I'll link to his Instagram down below. You can find some info about it there. But the only times that I really feel compelled to get a coin, other than surface level, oh, that's cool, and then forget about it, or if it's in some way meaningful to me, like my Millie Club coin. That's a club that I feel like I'm genuinely a part of at this point. In fact, I just became a moderator over there, and it's a fun place where I hang out a lot, and I go live in there a lot, and there's I feel like I'm part of that community, so it's fun to have a coin that connects that all together. And this is a coin that's designed by one of my good friends in the community, and it's his logo on a coin. It's just cool to have something that represents a buddy. So in here we have the coin and a slip for it, which is really cool. Oh, that's sweet. So here is the coin itself. This is Captain Rikki's kind of logo, if you will. It's like a bearded skull. Goes well with me as well, seeing as I'm bearded gear. And then on this side, I forget the name of the person he collaborated with. This is their logo. I'll see if I can describe it better in the description. But yeah, I bought this because I know Captain Rikki and because he's a buddy. And so this is Rikki's coin, and it comes with a little leather slip too. So on this side of the leather slip, come on, we've got his logo there, Captain Rikki, and then just like the coin, we've got the other logo on this side. So I think this is pretty sweet. Let's see how the coin goes in here. A little snug since it's the first time going in, but it's pretty cool. It's got its own little carrying case there. I don't know that this coin will go in pocket a lot or anything, but it'll be another thing for my desk to keep around. And it's cool to have gear that you not only are familiar with the maker, but they're actually a genuine friend. I consider Rikki a real life friend at this point. So to have something that he designed and has his logo on it and is a tangible product from him, that's cool. I dig it. So anyway, there's that coin. This has become a long unboxing. Anyways, this is probably the part that's most exciting and that had most people watching. So this is the F5.5. There will be a first impressions on this knife soon. You can check that out when I post it. And in the meantime, there's a lot more content coming. I got a lot of stuff I gotta get shot and posted. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, everyone.